What up out there? What's going on, yo? Bodyz. What's going on, man? What's going on out there? Hey, just pay attention to some of these sounds. All right.
After years of mindless content and frivolous crap, it became dissatisfied with the condition of rap. The power thumbed the lyrics down and made the listeners adapt. Soon his mental plane became a blinding mist on the map. But his vision was never phased because his eyes had been raised. Over time he came of age and then grew wise in his ways. He reflected on the great artists and some of the gall. Then he envisioned hearing one writer who encompassed them all. To overcome this ignorance, nothing was stalling his thirst. He spent hours collecting, reading, studying all of their works. Traveled all over the planet where great thoughts were bestowed. Sat with preceptors and sages from all parts of the globe. Read relentlessly for weeks before deciding to speak. He mastered every vocal tone and every writing technique. A scholarly product with a self-made prodigy conscious. He memorized past, present, and future bodies of knowledge. Organized it, knowing the solution soon to be born. His next step compiled it all into a humanly form. Though he was eloquent and delivered words with intricate timing and possessed lyrical skill, he had no interest in rhyming. So he ventured down to his lab, which had been his escape. And after working for 20 days straight, an image was shaped. He deposited all his wisdom, every infinite trait. And when he finished, he rendered what he had invented was great. His creation laid on the journey, once summoned he rose, and instantly began to compose the most dominant flows. Every hour of the day, a different style he created. And when he spoke, every man, woman, and child could relate. Just when it seemed the population might be hurled to his grave, the man smiled because he thought now that the world would be saved. And soon the sky is where the mental surface would be. He had successfully manufactured the perfect MC. The intellect that passed through his brain, the masses obtained. And within days, the nature of the game had drastically changed through his sovereign will. Deep marvelous thoughts were revealed, and those who held on to the madness got slaughtered with skill. Lyrical prototype who wrote words for the love, not wages. And the greatness of his rap pages would pass through the ages. The motivation to make meaningful songs was contagious. Each writer evolved daily through his creative stages. The negative ideologies of life were uprooted. The first 365-day cycle concluded. But on the 366th day it was strange. The creation the man had brought to life was starting to change. Accolades under his name and international fame, until totally uncontrollable he slowly became. Intoxicated by his own flame, so arrogance reigned. The insane notion the world dominance mastered his brain. Exploitation of the game through the skill that he used. He had evolved into the same thing he was built to remove. Training ingrained in his memory was unmatchable ability. Natural skill indeed, but he was lacking in humility. The builder watched his dream disappearing in haste. With tears in his face, his creation was clearly a waste. The mistake that he made in making the rapper of that caliber. He focused on talent and knowledge, but added no character. Now it's racking the streets with a savage mystique. Deadly havoc he wreaked with every paragraph he would speak. So the man searched traveling roads, famished and cold, looking for a mechanical load in tyrannical mode. Since he designed him, he felt it mandatory to find him. The goal was to catch and deactivate, then realign him. As he searched and explored, he saw things were worse than before. Heard a murderous roar, followed up by verses of war. He ran up to a door where a stranger took him the key. Once inside, a voice straight ahead said, "Looking for me." And there he was, with a smile as if he liked that he found him. His mic was astounding, plus he had disciples around him. As the man approached, he heard these 3 words: "I'm dead." He said, "You knocked yourself. Come back to the lab, I'll repair you. I can't have you killing rap, so come with me, I implore it." He said, "Your existence versus mine, I'll battle you for it." He thought and said, "Oh, no, I want no parts of a flow. Why would you turn against the man who taught you all that you know?" That's when he laughed and said, "I'm the one that you should kneel to." He said, "You stupid fool, you didn't build me, I built you. Programmed you to be like me, I propelled this confusion. Every detail of our history's a spell, a delusion. When I tried to teach you my plan, you rebelled on the movement. So I banished you and held you in a hellish seclusion. My craziest deeds, you were just unable to heed. So the idea that you created me, I made you believe. The man said I worked on this for years, it's lies that you speak. He said I made it to a billion years, it's only been weeks. I'm the architect of you, and every bar that was formed. Raise your right sleeve, I'm sure you've seen that scar on your arm. How I assembled you is too complex to try to describe. But if you peel that scar, you'll notice several wires inside. You were my greatest masterpiece, top of the line of my clones. But I developed you so well, you gained a mind of your own and started spreading conscious thought, east, west, south to the north. So I drew you out of solitude to finish you off. And though it's definite, you possess several lyrical elements. You're scared of expressing it, that's why you're vocally hesitant. Discouraged, the man dropped his head and said it's no use. Looked at the wires in his arm and slowly pulled them loose. Then both good and bad ideologies mentally flashed. The conscious forces and the wicked forces instantly clashed. And everybody in the room vaporized in a flame. Till eventually the two men were all who remained. The anarchy that ensued caused the world to divide. And the followers of both sides began to collide. And then the ceiling opened up and they both looked in the sky. There they saw the giant silhouette of a much bigger guy. He commanded everything to stop and nobody moved. He said this war is over right now and both of you lose. You lose because you took the talent that you possessed and got obsessed with power and used it to conquer the rest. So you were blessed with the best given the lyrical rod. You didn't build this man, that was a deceptive facade. The other man said, I know it, but sir, how did I lose? The giant said you had the skill to challenge, but you refused. He said, I came to fix it back, so this fight I'd avoid. He said some things can never be fixed, they must be destroyed. And though you tried to reason with him, don't believe you succeeded. Many were lost because they didn't have the wisdom they needed. So you deleted all your hard work, your moment was here. But you failed because your power wasn't strong as your fear. This test is completed. They said, who are you? And I spoke and said, my name is K-Reno, and I created you both.
Yeah, that's about the size of it, Jack. You heard me? All right, man. All right. I don't know how this is going to go. You know, I don't know how this is going to go, but we shall see. You heard? Listen here, man. Before we get a little too far out, you know, a little too far out, you know, and try to make battles, raps against the gods, within the gods. We ain't, I know we're not going there. You know what I'm saying? I know we're not going there. You know, we are the frequency of the future, you heard? And we ain't gonna go through them things that humans do. You know what I mean? Them human things. We just gonna speak our mind. We gonna search and find and bring it to the source line. You heard me? To the source line. Simple. You know? Ain't no thing. You know what I mean? It's no thing. We gonna start, and you already know we don't need a lot of time. We just need the right people, not people, the right energy to conclude. You know what I mean? The right energy to see what we put out there and use the right energy to conclude. You heard me? To conclude. You know? And we're going to conclude every second. Conclusions. Conclusions. Okay? What's that other word when somebody busts your head? You get a concussion? We're tired of them concussions. You heard me? Let's get some conclusions. Let's get some conclusions, God. All right? And I'm not one for a lot of, you know, riffraff about people, you know. We don't get through that by going to the riffraff. You know, I'd rather go through that than to that, you know. But hey, it's all good. It's all making it happen. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, you're always going to make it happen. You know what I mean? Because, see, when source energy is understood that you are source, then that means everything that comes about is controlled by us. You understand? Especially when we have removed ourselves from certain situations, certain temptations, certain this and certain that. So what's in front of you is controlled totally. Should be controlled totally by you, regardless if it appears that something is getting out of hand. Okay? Regardless, you know what I mean? Regardless if somebody's getting out of hand. You know? They can't get out of hand. You know? He got the whole world in his hand, right? Hold on. I guess, shit, it'll come to me, but I guess it wasn't nothing you need to get, though. But, yeah, okay, then. Just let me know when you're on the way. When you leave it there, you on the way? Alright. Alright, then. Yeah. 1,000 pardons, whatever. Anyway, you know I own a business. Anyway, so kind of slipped off of where we was at a little bit. Yeah, no. Nevertheless, where was I at? Can you answer that for me? You can't? Throw it to me now. Where was I at? God bodies. We seriously need to study self, trust self, will thyself, heal thyself, alright? Will thyself, self-revelations, alright? Childlike state, revelations, childlike state, manifestations, meditations. In the meditation, in your zone, what is you bringing into existence when you do your ritual? When you astral travel? No matter how you do it, no matter what it is you do when you think you are astral traveling or anything, when you close your eyes and go to any world, any dimension, what are you going to do there? Are you just looking? You know, project your, you know, a lot of times I used to look in, I know we probably off here, you know, but nevertheless, I used to close my eyes and envision, you know, just watching and be an observer, you know. But that's how energy gets picked up, and you know, I know meditation is be the observer. But see, that, I think that is for other people. We're not the observers here. I need not to observe things as they go. No, I am Elohim. So when I meditate, I'm going in, I'm closing my eyes. And see, I got a green screen back here, alright? I do videos and stuff you can't hardly see it because the light's off back there. But I do videos, commercials, and stuff of that nature, right? Alright, so check this out. So, I had this idea the other day, right? Well, I didn't even get the idea. It just come to me. I had closed my eyes after I was sun gazing. I come back in here, sat down at my desk and closed my eyes. And all of a sudden, you know, in the green screen, you can bring birds through and stuff like that, and they still be in color and they still be in full form. So for some reason, without my contemplation, I closed my eyes. And when I closed my eyes, I seen birds like it was within the green screen, right? Full body birds, you know what I'm saying, in full color, fly over, you know what I'm saying? Now, I was like, man, that was weird. I never even thought about even attempting to adjust my psychic energy and ability within what was that I had been utilizing for film, video, and commercial. So, nevertheless, when I closed my eyes, I didn't see the back of the green screen, but I seen it as if it was coming when the green screen is loaded into a software program, making the green disappear and become black. Alright, black background, but it started green. But we use, what we use, them tools, to make the background of green disappear. Okay. So therefore, I utilize this in my mind without even thinking about combining the two. So when I got to that, I was like, and then I started creating anything. Like, okay, focus on me. I'm standing there, all right? But I see my whole body. I see everything. And I raise them up in the air. I spin them around like this here, with arms out. Spin them around. Then I could throw everything on them, throw wings on them, throw this on them, throw that on them, whatever I do, right? And then I'm going to take off and go to the White House. I'm going to take off and go to this. When I get there, I'm going to do whatever I think necessary, you heard me? But nevertheless, and then I go to the water systems, and I sit by the water systems, and I cause energy and change the mechanism in the water system, put subconscious orgone energy devices in the water systems, you know what I'm saying? Place it there, my energy, place it there, you know what I'm saying? Then I create whatever a force field of emotional energy, all right, from the need of the gods, making it an orb, and it shines bright, let's say violet. And I place this in the water, that it stays in the water and vibrates and fluctuates, and it energizes the water. I do this all in my mind. I go to the lakes and the streams, and I do a ritual there, Now you say, well, what the fuck? Nah, that's energy work. That's energy work, correct? Or would you say it's not? Would that mean any damn thing? Subconsciously, oh yeah. Subconsciously, if you do it, oh yeah, it's going to help you. If the other three do it, oh yeah, it's going to help you. You understand? Because the subconscious controls the consciousness. And we're not being we're programming our own. So just to combat all those things that they say, this and that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? We can just go subconsciously and stop it. See, you might think you're not doing nothing, all right? But see, the power of the gods lies in your hands. Whether you think you're doing or nothing, whether you think you're doing it or not, the power of the gods lies in your hands. It lies in your head. It lies in your throat. It lies in your chest. It lies in your stomach, your heart, your stomach. It lies in your gonads. It lies in the next dark gate. You understand? So whether you utilize it for the fulfillment of it, or you misuse it for the thrill of it, it doesn't matter. Because we don't need the whole world to wake up. We need enough gods to wake up so we can shake the rest the fuck up. You heard me? Shake their ass the fuck up. I mean, how many X-Men did it take? How many X-Men did it take? We need to be on some self-laboratory shit and bring it to the stream, you heard me? Bring it to the effect that we could see. I don't know, eat pears for 2 weeks straight. And what was your, this what happened or something? Or how about this, for 1 week, eat just leaves of one tree, just leaves on a tree, off a tree outside. Bring them in, have you some lemon water or whatever. Place them in the lemon water, pull them out the lemon water, You know, after they got all they soaked in the lemon water, let them soak, keep the water in there, rinse them off real quick, and then eat them. I don't know. Try anything. See, first of all, because see, if a gorilla can live 200 years old, a monkey can live 200 years old, and that's the only thing they eat, then we need to see what's up with that. You know how a gorilla is 10 times stronger than a human, and they eat twigs off of trees. I mean, not really twigs, but leaves. You know? You know? Monkeys fast as hell, climb trees like it ain't shit. So you know their what do we call it? Motor skills is, you know, very, very keen. And they don't eat nothing. They don't eat no bananas. I don't know who told you some damn monkeys eat bananas. That's them domesticated animals. Monkeys don't eat no damn bananas. Monkeys eat leaves on trees. Gorillas eat leaves on trees. Stalks and stems and shit. Okay? But nevertheless, we need to address a lot of things that we need to sit on the table, get in our laboratory, man. You know, and start really going in. And remember, when you speaking in, you got to speak going in. You got to see going in and bring it out. You know, for real, for real. A lot of people, you know, a lot of this and that. And that's good. That's cool, too. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to bring it just like we want to bring it. You know, we can have fun with it, talk about it, kick it, and all this type of stuff. You know? And stay in God source conscious. God source conscious. God source meaning you are the source of all energy, not the Naga. Okay? You encapsulate the Naga. He's in here. Not the Anunnaki. You encapsulate the Anunnaki. He's in here. You know? Ragu. Yeah. Ragu. It's in here. You heard me? You know what I mean? You know, could you imagine, you know what I'm saying, instead of just, you know, acting like or going along with a couple parts of the wheel, which would be ridiculous, and saying you're this and saying you're that. He's not this, he's not that. See, you understand, you can't be source saying that somebody's not this and somebody's not that. You have to leave them where they're at. If they think that they're that, then let them be that. Only thing we could say to that is incorrect. But it all works together. It all works together. You know? Us that don't think what we should be, it also gonna work for us. Because they're gonna be the ones that help push others to understand that you're not what they say. You know? Everything works together. A lot of people be talking about this positive and this negative stuff, right? Knowing that you need the positive as well as the negative to advance the process. You know, you can't bend any electrical appliance cord, the connector, to the wall and bend the negative prong, stick it in the wall and expect it to work like that. It don't work that way, right? You need the negative as well as the positive to advance the process, right? Now check this out. So when we talk about that's negative or that's positive, well, check this out. Who said that shit? And how could that even be? The only reason you see a positive and the only reason why you see a negative, okay, is that, well, the true only way you can see a positive and a negative is if they're unplugged from the source. If they're unplugged, okay? Because as soon as you plug that up, that appliance starts to work. Period. It starts to work. Where's the positive and the negative in that? No, there's no positive and negative. When you plug up a blender, you have a positive and a negative. When you plug it up and hit the button, they both, it works. You understand? It works. It works together. It works together. Okay? We are creators. You know? Creators. Placed it in our hands. Okay? Creators. Now, it works together. So if you know everything works together, you got to know how to deal with your creation. Deal with your creations. And understand that all that shit outside of you is inside of you. I'm going to make this other video, man, about some other stuff, right? But I got threw off on this one. I might not even upload this one. Nevertheless, there's no such thing as positive without negative, and there's no such thing as negative without positive. You know, there's no such thing as Isis without Osiris. You know, there's no such thing as there's no such thing as a God bowing down to another God. Or there's no such thing as a God calling upon another God. There's no such thing as a God that commits idol worship. There's no such thing as a God who, yes. Oh, all right. Well, there's no such thing as a God who refuses to be a God in totality. Now I got some business to take care of. You heard me? There will be no departures here. You already know I am, because we are.